Uranus and Aries generation. All right. The Uranus and Aries generation are people that are born from 1928 to 1934. So let's talk about the Uranus and Aries generation and how they are and what you can expect when you meet people from Uranus and Aries generation and what they're like. So this generation liberates themselves through being pioneers and risk takers. Uranus, the generation, when you talk about the sign that Uranus is in, it tells you about that generation. So, and how that generation liberates themselves. So this generation liberates themselves through expressing Aries energy, which has to do with being a pioneer and a risk taker. They liberate themselves through being assertive and even aggressive. Okay, again, expressing that Aries energy is how they liberate themselves. Is how this generation liberates themselves. So this generation liberates and frees themselves through being assertive and even aggressive and expressing that energy. They have a very unconventional and radical approach towards expressing assertive masculine energy. Okay, so Uranus and the generations, as they go through the signs, tells the type of matters that they have a very unconventional and radical approach towards those matters. So this generation has a very unconventional and radical approach towards expressing assertive and masculine energy. Martin Luther King was a part of this generation. And it makes sense that Martin Luther King was a part of this generation because his whole movement and everything that he was about, because remember, his whole movement was about freedom and liberation. And you see that the way that he did it, he was willing to express that assertive energy. Like, look, we're going to take this risk. We're going to put our lives on the line and really fight for what it is that we want. So it's very obvious to see how Martin Luther King was a part of this generation because he expressed that assertive, risk taker, pioneer, assertive energy to be able to liberate himself and his people. This generation was born during the Great Depression. The radical crash of the stock market and economic downturn encouraged people to be more self-reliant and independent, to get more into entrepreneurship. Okay, so when you look at people who were adults during this time, you'll notice that because of the radical crash of the stock market and the economic downturn during the Great Depression, it encouraged people to be more self-reliant and not rely on jobs as much and to get more into entrepreneurship. And that's everything you need to know about the Uranus and Aries generation. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think, and take